Sup guys, it's Austin More Skills Gaming, and in this video, I'm going to review Dinkum. Should you buy Dinkum? Is the game worth it, and what's the game like? But most importantly, is the game fun? So my goal for this video is to give you enough information so that you can make an informed decision to see if Dinkum is right for you. So what is Dinkum? Dinkum is a life simulator game where you move away from the corporate city life and you go to this Australian fantasy like island, right? Sound familiar? Because it does take inspiration from two very popular games that you probably love if you're watching this video, which is Animal Crossing New Horizons, Stardew Valley, and I've heard some people say this game takes some inspiration from Minecraft. But yeah, so basically, we're just going to weigh the pros and the cons about this game. And I'm going to tell you things that I like about it and things that I don't really like about it. So, like I said, Dinkum is very similar to Animal Crossing. I wouldn't go as far to say it's like an Animal Crossing clone, but it definitely does take some of the best features from it. You know, like in Animal Crossing, you get your Nook miles, you do your achievements. Well, in Dinkum, it's kind of the same thing. You know, you get milestones, but once you build up your milestones, you can get permits, right? And you can use these permits to like go fishing, go mining. But yeah, and then you start building up your town, and once you start building up your town and increasing your rating, you get like new NPCs that move into your town. Now, there's a lot of different NPCs in the game. It's not nearly as much as Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing has like 413 villagers, whereas with Dinkum, it only has 16 villagers slash NPCs. But who knows? Maybe once this game gets more popular and gets more success, maybe the developer will add more to it and give us more NPCs, more villagers. That'll definitely be nice to see. But something that I don't like about the villagers in the game, I do feel like the villager dialogue is very, very closely related to Animal Crossing. It's almost the exact same dialogue as Animal Crossing. And that part I don't really like because I wasn't a big fan of Animal Crossing's dialogue. I felt like it didn't really have that much personality to it. I wish the dialogue would be more like Stardew Valley dialogue because Stardew Valley has a lot of personality, and I'm going to be referencing back and forth between these two games because, like I said, they are so similar to one another. One of the first villagers you meet is called Fletch, and Fletch is kind of like the Isabel of the town, right? Later on, you'll meet another NPC called John, and John kind of owns the store. But yeah, you can also get like clothes and like furniture like you could in Animal Crossing. However, when you first boot up the game and you're doing like tutorial and stuff, your main focus is kind of like, surviving and learning the mechanics of the game, right? As you progress later on, there will be more options to customize your character because that was one of the first things that I didn't like. I'm like, you can't really customize too much of this game. But as I got deeper into the game, you will unlock things that can give you more customization for your character and your house and stuff like that. Also, too, the time schedule in the game is very similar to Stardew Valley, right? Each second's a minute, and like an hour is like a minute. So each day is about 15 to 20 minutes long. Now, something that I don't like about that is that it doesn't have a pause button feature, right? So whenever you go look at your achievements and stuff, or maybe you're shopping at the store, the clock is still going to be ticking. I feel like there should be a pause button because, there are times, where I need to pause the game and I got to do something else. And when I come back to the game, I would like it to be at the same time, not like dark when I come back to it. And also at the moment, there's no way to actually manual save the game, right? So in order to save the game, you have to like go to bed and sleep and it'll progress to the next day. And that's when it'll save. And that aspect is kind of like Stardew Valley, but I feel like with this type of game, I just feel like there should be a manual save, or a manual save would be nice to have. They also use a similar stamina energy system as Stardew Valley. You can also get vehicles in this game, So, I mean, there's always been vehicles in Animal Crossing, like, taxis, trains, planes, but you can literally drive these vehicles, which is so cool. I love that. And not only that, like, the world is so huge. Like, Animal Crossing's island is, I wish it was a lot bigger. I really do. But Dinkum's island is so much bigger, and that's why I love it. So that brings us back to the question, should you buy Dinkum? Well, if you love Animal Crossing and you love Stardew Valley, I think you're going to like this game. Now, if you love Animal Crossing and you wish that Animal Crossing had more content, or if you wish that Animal Crossing was a little more challenging, because this game is definitely a lot more complex than Animal Crossing. And that's another reason why I like this game. Like, I like that it's more complex. I like that it's challenging. I like it has more depth. And I think as time goes by, I think the developer, he's going to continue working on this. He's going to continue improving this game. And I think when that happens, it's really going to be something really special. Like when that happens, we'll probably stop comparing it to all these other games and Dinkum will be like its own thing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please hit that like button and I'll see you next video. Peace, dude.